Hey guys, spend this lovely Sunday afternoon with us while we make some absolutely delicious jollof rice. By popular request, somebody has been asking for jollof for God knows how long. So today we're going to make jollof rice. We're going to make jollof rice with grilled chicken wings with a bit of suya, and we're going to make a bit of a coleslaw as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We're looking forward to tasting some really good jollof rice. Yes. Yeah, biache, like it's been a while.
Jollof.
Actually, we're going to show you the ingredients and then start with the chicken because we wanted to marinate a little bit before we cook it. So, yeah. So we came to the market to buy chicken, and Aisha said she's discovered this new place that has really good chicken. But we have a regular place where we buy chicken, but Aisha said chicken be baby. Chicken no whole line whole line, so they mean to me, yeah. So we left. We're going to our regular place.
Chill, pepper, tomatoes, for onions, and tomatoes.
Please, this is Aisha's auntie. Aisha should
green pepper, carrots. When you have friends,
Spring onions.
spring onions.
This is suya powder.
Say chili and onions.
Suya powder. Suya powder doesn't have an English name.
Soya powder. Suya powder. Yes. And here are our chicken.
What kind
wings.
of chicken? Yeah,
chicken
wings.
wings.
Okay. I'm going to steam the chicken a little bit before I grill it on the fire, just so it doesn't take so long to prepare it, to grill it. My chicken has been washed thoroughly with lime and water. So I'm gonna add a little bit of ginger garlic blend. So I've added about 2 tablespoons of my ginger garlic blend. I'm going to add a little bit of rosemary. And I'm gonna add a bit of this spice as well. This is in tree. I am going to add a little bit of chicken seasoning, a little bit of salt as well. The chicken seasoning is salty, so not too much salt. I only like to use the hard chicken, which is basically chicken that's raised for its eggs, not the meat. I prefer that because it cooks for a longer time and it marinates for a longer time, and so it's tastier as well, especially if you're making soups and stuff like that. But generally speaking, I always use this type of chicken. As you can see, our chicken is boiling. I put it on like 5 minutes ago. This is not the tender chicken, so I'm gonna let it cook for like 15 minutes and then turn it off, and then I'll marinate it again with the suya, and then we're gonna grill it. But once it's done, I'm just gonna leave it alone and let it sit for a little while and then get to cooking the jollof rice. You try the know about carrots and spring onions. Alright, so my meat is nearly done. We're nearly done with chopping up the vegetables as well. Aisha is cutting up the carrots and she's taking her time. I need to get started on the jollof rice so it doesn't take forever. So pretty much all our veggies have been cut up. Aisha is still cutting the spring onions, but we've got our green peppers, our onions, carrots, and then spring onions. So we're gonna get started on the jollof rice now. So we're gonna be using this pot in cooking our jollof rice. You need to make sure you use a heavy bottom pot, otherwise it's just gonna burn and we don't want that. So use a heavy bottom pot, and that will make things a lot easier. So that's jollof tip number 1. All right, and the oil, you're going to use a little bit more than you normally would if you're making like regular stew and stuff, because it just tastes better with a bit more oil. So, you know, you guys, I accidentally put coconut oil in here, but I've just poured it out. I'm not going to wash the pot or anything. It's okay if there's a bit of coconut flavor. I don't mind. Now I'm going to add my regular oil. So yeah, a little bit more than you normally would. So now our onions is going to go into the pot. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to leave a little bit for the coleslaw. So we're just going to let the onions fry so it's like translucent and like cooked well. And then we're going to move to the next stage. You guys, this is what the chicken is looking like. It's not completely soft, but it's pretty much cooked. So the roasting process will just like enhance the suya flavor and like just char it a little bit. It's, yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit of nkitty at this stage and a bit of rosemary as well. Smells really nice. Now I'm going to add my ginger garlic blend, about 2 tablespoons. I need to add my tomato paste, which I forgot to show you guys on camera, sorry. About 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Yeah. So we're gonna let the tomato paste fry for a little bit. Aisha doesn't know how to pronounce my name.
Oh, that's
how do you say my name?
Oh, that's too bad. That's a minimum. Hey, Jasmine.
No, what should I?
Jasmine. I see.
Jasmine. Jasmine. What does that mean?
Oh, that's Jasmine.
That's what you say. The food is looking good. Tomato paste is frying. You need to fry it really well so you get the bite out of it. Tomato paste has this bite to it, and it's not very nice. If you don't cook your sauce properly, you can taste it. Nobody likes that. Well, I don't. So I'm gonna let it fry for a good like 10-15 minutes. Make sure it's cooked through. Otherwise, like when you're eating your stew, it's gonna have this like sourness. Is it sour? Yeah, it's a bit sour. Sourness to it. I did a pretty bad job at showing you all the ingredients. So the coleslaw, we're gonna use some cabbage, obviously, and that's what we've just like shredded. So we're gonna wash it thoroughly and then set that aside for later when we're ready to make the coleslaw. Guys, so the tomato paste has fried well enough. So now I'm gonna add my blended tomatoes and chilies. So now that our stew is cooking, the tomato is gonna take a little while to cook down because we need to get all the moisture out until the oil settles on top. That's how you know it's done.
If I'm out on Ghana,
it's
cream.
And no be na original committee one na lady in the original, but I don't know if her hairs is the original one.
I don't
know if hers is the original, but yeah, I bought it in London. Like most airports have it. Victoria's Secret is very common.
Next thing is Ghana, didn't me?
Victoria's Secret. Really?
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, sure. If you go, like most of the perfume shops, you should be able to find it.
But yeah,
I don't know how much they'll sell it here.
Perfume shops like Hefa.
What do you mean Hefa? Meaning, I don't know. Perfume or Ghana though. Mental perfume or Ghana.
Somebody say, "Wouldn't be able to perfume."
No.
I'm the about for the chin also.
And they can't jar cost that yeah. About your perfume, dear boy.
So spray over do get now.
It's so bad to home part.
Oh, Jason.
You guys, Aisha is setting the fire for our chicken. There's only a few bubbles, so the water is gradually simmering out. So once all the bubbles disappear, you know that the stew is pretty much ready. So for our marinade, we're just gonna need, the suya has everything in there. If you guys wanna know how suya is made, I'll leave a link in the description box. It has literally every spice. So I'm just gonna add oil to this. Can you bring the chicken, please? So we're transferring the chicken into a different bowl. Of course, because it's pretty much cooked. Alright, you guys, so it's time to pop our gorgeous chicken over on the fire. So don't make it too high if you're using charcoal like I am, because it's gonna burn it like super quickly and we don't want that. We're making do with this grill we have here. So as it cooks, we're gonna keep applying suya to it. All right, so I'm gonna add my chicken stock. There's barely any chicken stock, but there's a little bit. And then I'm going to add a bit of curry powder and all right, so now that my stock has gone in, it's a good time to taste for salt and then add your salt. So now I'm going to add my rice. My rice is washed, and this is just Jasmine perfumed rice. I think I have a bit of sauce, so I'm gonna add a tiny bit more rice just so that it's not sticky. And now I'm just gonna cover it with foil, and then I've added a bit of rice obviously, so it might have been diluted a bit. Tiny bit of salt, just a little bit. All I need, baby girl, is just a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl. I saw him saying no. 50 cents. A little bit of this, a little bit of Miriam Obama. Okay. Perfecto. Now I'm gonna put foil and then I'm gonna cover it. Lower the fire, let it do its thing, leave it alone completely, and let it cook.
Completely.
Completely, yes.
Completely.
Completely. Asha is enjoying her mangoes. I don't like the small mangoes, like, I only like the big ones. Also, I notice you don't even buy them. I don't like these ones. One of my subscribers asked me, like, how did I avoid mosquito bites when I first moved to Ghana, or how did I like prevent malaria and stuff like that? I literally took anti-malaria for the first 2 weeks that I was in Ghana, and I brought like a citronella oil. I didn't have one. I brought citronella oil, the really pure one, the citronella essential oil, not the one that you burn outside to get rid of mosquitoes, the one that is safe for your skin. That's the one I brought. And then every time that I'll go out at nighttime, I'll put a little bit in my lotion and rub it on my legs, and it works so well. But it smells very strong. That's the only annoying thing. And it's gonna smell like that pretty much all night. So it's really annoying. But it did the job. Like, I didn't get bit by mosquitoes for a very long time. But now I don't really use it. Over time, it's almost like your body adjusts to Ghana. Into Ghana, and to real crowd, you know, or you don't get sick that easily, you know. So I only had to take anti-malaria the first 2 weeks, and then I was intensively using the citronella oil on my skin for about a month, or maybe, okay, no, probably not. Probably 2 months or 3 months. I was doing that religiously every time I'll go out. And then over time, I didn't really do it anymore, and it was fine. So yeah, that's what I did to prevent mosquito bites. And obviously, if you're at home and you have the aircon on, mosquitoes don't survive in that. So generally, there's no mosquitoes in an air-conditioned room. So just sleep in air-conditioned at nighttime, and you'll be fine. If you're gonna sit outside, make sure you apply a bit of citronella oil on your skin. Mix with your lotion, just apply it on your skin, and the mosquitoes will be gone. But that's if you don't mind smelling like that. Apparently the rice smells good, guys. So we've done a good job. Our chicken is looking like golden brown. It looks so good. Aisha is pointing out which one she wants.
The doctor say Mindy chicken wings, especially wings.
I bought the suya from the lady who taught us how to make suya as well. Her suya tastes the same all the time. It's so good. The right level of spicy, the right level of salt, the right level of umami. It's amazing. You guys should order from her if you ever need suya or if you ever want to try it out. And it's a dry spice, so I don't imagine it'll be too hard to be sending it overseas and stuff like that, you know, because it's not going to go bad or anything like that, you know. It's been maybe 20 minutes, so time to check on our jollof, see what's happening. See, it's steaming really well. I'm gonna do a little bit of a stir just to turn it so the top bit goes down the bottom. I'm gonna cover it again 15 minutes or so to allow it to cook through. It smells so nice. So once I turn it over, I'm gonna add a bit of suya to that side of the chicken so that the whole thing is coated. Like, I can't wait to eat, guys. So I've just got a brush and then the suya mix. So I'm just gonna apply it over the other side, the side that has been cooked basically. And then I'll drench the other side in suya as well, and then we're basically good to go. Do not do this with your fingers, guys. Get a pair of tongs and do it. Once the side is drenched, I'm taking it off the heat. It's pretty much done and ready to be enjoyed. Guys, so our coleslaw, simple. We've got some carrots in here. I'm going to add my washed shredded cabbage in here, and then the rest of my onions will go in there as well, and we're going to add some mayonnaise, and then that's it. And sometimes putting a bit of hot water on your onion will reduce the anytime. I'm gonna drench this in mayonnaise, and then we're just gonna mix it together. So a bit more mayonnaise. Add as much or as little as you want. I'm no expert, but the more mayonnaise, the better. So green pepper, carrots, whatever veggies you have, spring onions, just add it. If this is vegetarian, just eliminate the chicken stock and the chicken. See, jollof is so easy, like. So this is our jollof rice. It's pretty much done. It's done. The rice is soft, fluffy, and our veggies is like, I'm just going to let the residual heat cook the veggies because I want it to stay a little bit crunchy. Okay. Try it.
Thumbs up.
You guys, now that our veggies is in, I put it back on for a few minutes, just like 10 minutes again, and now I think it's all done. Let me have a taste so I can know. Okay, so this is what the jollof is looking like. Oops, it's fogging up. See? 1-1. 1-1. But baku. So I'm being pepe. Alright, you guys, food is served. This is our chicken. Look how juicy it looks. I just sprinkled a bit of suya over it. It looks so good. This is our coleslaw. I added a bit of mayonnaise just to make it as wet as possible. And then this is our jollof rice. Look at this jollof rice, guys. Tell me this is not perfect jollof rice. That's enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kakraka.
Yeah.
Yes. Our
jollof with Our grilled chicken, grilled Suya chicken and coleslaw is ready. And yeah, and we're about to dive in. It looks so good. So good. So it is time to try our food, our jollof rice with the coleslaw and the chicken. So I'm just gonna grab a bit of the coleslaw, a bit of the rice. Very good. Perfect, like perfect. There's nothing to complain about. The rice is perfectly spicy and savory. The coleslaw is perfectly, it's not too wet but not too dry either. And then let's try the chicken. At this point, the chicken tastes perfect. Like, I hope you guys get to try out my recipe. It's perfect. Like,
I'm a page,
yeah, I'm it's like, I don't know why I'm surprised. Because every time I make jollof, it generally turns out well.
Mom beside me. I don't see.
Imagine who endro.
I never here.
I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow your bliss, so your life is short. Follow your bliss, follow your bliss, and follow your bliss, and take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Thumbs up.
Yes, give us a thumbs up, guys, and subscribe.